making copies,
We're making 5.
two sides, כמה צריך, רק בדף הלשון, רק בשני.
You just told me one part.
No, they can, you know, say you did two sides, this and this, only this.
Only this part you told me.
You need, צריך את הכל, נכון? You need also this.
ברוך השם, האוכל
רק עשה צד השני.
האוכל בשבת היה מצוין, בשפע וזה.
שתי עמודים.
האוכל היה טוב.
Hay que decirles nada más que no los dejen allá en los israelíes, nos traigan acá.
And then, this
לא,
and
להביא את
this.
זה, שישיב את זה קל, לא אצל הישראלים. אבל לא יודע אם זה כבר מדי.
למה?
שיביאו לכאן. אני דיברתי עם בצלאל כבר על זה.
זה מה?
מה זה?
הם לא מוכנים לפתח. החברה לא מוכנים.
אני לא שאלתי.
זה
וזה.
וזה.
אתה אמר לי לא.
2 pages, השני זה.
זה כבר בלגן. לא, למה אמרתי לו? כי פעם שעברה הלכתי. והקבוצה הייתה פתוחה. כאילו הבחורים כאילו פתחו, הבחורים של משה, פתחו. שלנו. אז זהו, זה קורה, אבל הוא אומר לי.
Two minutes. It's no air. Listen. I cannot be the whisper.
What's conveyor?
It's no air. שני מטרים. עוד כמה דקות. I open the window, they can close it.
עכשיו אני יותר הייתי גם במדרס בגלל הסף שלי כל חלב סוכר ואני חשבתי למה אני עובד כאן פרס בגלל שהבן שלי מבקש כל הכימיקל שיש בחלב וסוכר בחלב ולחם וכשאני עשיתי בכל השבוע שעבר וואי לא הבנתי למה אני כל כך כל זה התחלתי, היום אני לא אוכל היום, אני אוכל קצת לנקות ומחלה, עוד פעם. בגלל זה לא היה בגלל שאני הייתי בגלל שהחול שלי לבקש את הכימיקלים, בגלל שאני 35 שנים שאני אוכל את זה, ואי אפשר לעקוב ככה ביום. אז אני צריך לעשות לאט.
The Rebbe said that's the equal of life, communication.
Communication, a few minutes you'll close it. After some air, we close it. No problem. The main thing is that there was open ocean office all day to the activity session today. There was no air. Now it's getting better. A few minutes. Not a few minutes, even better.
Fresh.
Fresh. What fresh?
Fresh air.
Fresh air, right?
Right, yes, you are.
It's fresh.
No one knows that you're going to close it if it's open, unless you.
Get fresh air, it's freezing. Close the windows.
Yosef.
The cold person has the halacha behind them in the winter. The person who's cold has the halacha behind them in the winter. We learned it together.
Right. A few minutes is making the copy of the. So let's go over again. Rashi and Rashi. So the Gemara wants to know how do I know Shtar?
Where's the speaker?
Speaker's here.
You
don't hear me without a speaker?
No, yeah, I just wanted the Rosh Hashanah.
Don't hear me is one thing.
The Rosh Hashanah is speaking.
Rashbo or Rashi?
Learn to put this Rashi in the Rashi.
So we don't sleep.
Yes. No, you didn't do all the paint in there? No, I'm doing it now.
יש לנו הרבה חלטים. אנחנו צריכים לעשות דף
כמו שלנו, זה היה.
זה היום.
לא, יעשה את המקצועי, זה כל הקצועי, זה צריך שיוצא כל הקצועי.
עוד חדש יש?
זה גם טוב. זה גם טוב.
מה אנחנו רוצים?
בהתחלה.
מה אנחנו רוצים?
עוד הוא מציין, הוא תקצועי. זה העיקר גימור.
זהו. נתן אותו לקחת.
Very good.
יש לך?
Thank you, Rabbi Yamin.
Thank you, Benjamin. We love you.
We had a machlokes Rashi and Rashi. The mom wants to know, how do I know shtar? It works by Kiddushi. One more wants to know from a Kalachoyma. If Kesef is not moitzin, it's machnis, shtar she moitzin, and she machnis. And the Ritva explains that the moitzin machnis goes on koch de teira. If shtar has the koch de teira to moitzi, sorry, if Kesef doesn't have the koch de teira to moitzi, Yerikel machnis is chumra. Surely shtar, which has the koch de teira, the moitzi isha me from ishus, from Eshesish, Isor Eshesish, surely has the koyach to bring in the kiddush. The boy says no. I would show you where Keser has the koyach de teira more than shtar. By of course hekdesh. You have hekdesh and Ma'aser Sheni. Kesef can point there in Ma'aser Sheni. Point means it breaks the kinyan, breaks the kedusha. Mechalen, poide. And shtar cannot mechalen poide. English Ma'aser Sheni. The Gemara brings a posse with the chesiv and also Kesef v'kam. So the Gemara basically is saying, I will show you that Kesef is not necessarily cow. Because there's other places which is chomo. You wouldn't count chomo. Kesef is count akach de teire. Shtar is chomo as koch de teire. No, Kesef has places where has koch de teire. The matir the Ekdesh and Ma'aser Sheni. Shtar doesn't.
That doesn't prove one or the other.
Or the other. It's not count chomo anymore.
And we
It
did.
could be equal.
But
So you come in by the matzilo maybe. It's a different story, but they don't learn count chomo.
It's a host, the host says it doesn't.
It's not count chomo anymore.
But the Rashi says
Or
that
call it
shtar
out.
still, money still stronger than the cow. That's what the Rashi
No,
says last time.
He's saying before we want to say shtar is stronger, koch de teire.
Yeah.
Most of that true. I'll show you other places where shtar has more koch de teire than shtar. Sorry, Kesef has more koch de teire than shtar.
But the Rashi explained last week that
Yes.
it doesn't, the Kalvachon, this Pircha, it doesn't break down to the value of money. That the money is because he has.
As I said, we're not saying something intrinsic in money. We're just saying, like we said, a big guy can pick up
Yeah.
a 10 kilo. I mean, a big guy can pick up. Sorry, a small guy can pick up 10 kilos. Surely, a big guy can pick up 10 kilos. And now we're answering no. We're not saying that Kesef is a big guy now.
Okay.
We're just saying that I will show you that with the big guy, some places cannot pick up 10 kilos.
Okay.
Small guy could.
Now we don't know what is
Well,
better.
yes, that's the point. We're not talking about the etzem of Kesef and shtar. We're talking about the koyach of the Kesef and shtar. And I find other places that Kesef in Moitzi shtar is stronger, but in Oitzor Veshesish, but in Oitzor Kedusha, shtar is weaker.
That's a general category, it's not the specific
True.
condition.
It's true,
That's important because otherwise
but it's enough to knock out the Kabbalah.
according
no
to that
count.
premise, then it's based
Yes.
on general.
Yes, this is the ritual. Now we have a machlokes rishonim with dafchet, which Joyce brings down. Machlokes rishonim by shtar, by kiddushin. Shtar choy by kiddushin, if it works or doesn't. The Rosh and Toises hold that shtar chof the day is like kesef. For reference to kiddushin and karka. Which means when a person tells a woman, "Aram mekudesh asli," b'moneh, and he gives her a mashkoin, Toises and the Rosh learn the reason why it doesn't work because there was no ischayvus on the moneh, just words, no ma'asekin in the ischayvus. So the mashkoin was out. If you have a ma'asekin in the ischayvus, the shtar the day would work. It's enough for money for kiddush and karka. This is the Rosh and Toises dafke.
I didn't read Rashi, the Rashi there is not so complicated, I didn't read Rashi. Also the gears of the Bach. But this definitely touches in the Rosh. But the Ramban and the Rashba, they hold that really, when somebody obligates himself on money with words, and he gives a mashkoin, the mashkoin is nikla. The only problem is it's not kesef kiddushin karka, because kesef kiddushin karka you need yitzir v'achnosa. You need it will come out of the person and will receive by the other person. That's getting kesef. But if I were with words, I promise you money, and I give you mashkon, it's koine, and mischayev the money, so the money never left me. The person received maybe ischayves, but then the money never left me. So since the money never left me, it's not enough. Shtachov da cherin, even the Ramban and the Rashba will agree that it works. Because you have Yetzir v'achnosa. If coming out and coming in. Shtachov da cherin means a third-party check, third-party obligation. A third-party obligation. Shtachov da cherin, somebody else owed me money, and I'm giving over to the woman that the shtachov somebody else to me. Other person, third-party check. I give that to the woman. What?
What is Yetzir v'achnosa?
So then you have mamish yitzia v'achnosa. You have the yitzia of the shiabud. You have the achnosa of the shiabud. So you have both. Yitzia v'achnosa.
It's like a meal back, like it's not anymore meal back.
So it's kesef.
It's kesef, mom.
It's
not
kesef.
anymore meal back.
Although I'm giving over just to shiabud, but I'm giving over this yitzia v'achnosa for yitzia l'rshus and achnosa l'rshus. It works. It works by mechira and by a woman.
But there's four of it. That's
not
a four to say that.
This says the Ramban.
And
You have machlokes Ramban and Rashba against Toises Verosh. If I give Shtarchov the day, what's the deal? According to Toises Verosh, Shtarchov the day is kesef.
what about
You don't need to see achnosa. The fact is achnosa, and I created the achnosa by you. I give by giving it to you or writing to you a shtar. That's enough of giving and receiving. Nothing really left for me, but I created by you. It's like giving and that's why the Shmuel Ozovsky explained Pshat and Toises. But the idea is it's enough for them. But the Ramban and Rashba is not enough. You need Yitzir v'achnosa. The only way you have Yitzir v'achnosa is Tachov da'chein. Other people's debt, promissory note to somebody else, and I give a promissory to the woman or to the seller gives to the buyer. The seller give it to the buyer, so it's killing kiss. It's enough, yes.
Yeah, but there's a difference between enough and mammon.
Yeah, it's not kesef, it's shvek kesef.
Right, that's exactly the point that you're asking. It's not mammon's guess.
Yes, it's true. Okay, so now we want to know. So the choice wants to be a raya. That shtar chov is an exchange of kesef. Yes. Where's raya? It's raya from the Gemara in Ksubis Tavkuf Beis Beis. What the Gemara said here. I'm going over Baal Peh inside for you guys. Baal Peh inside the choice. Siman Kuf Tzadik. You can go through inside the words, but saying it about Peh. The Gemara there says, because we learned this, I'm just going over it. It says there, if the Kohen wrote if the Jew that has a son wrote to the Kohen that I owe you 5 sloim kesef, he writes on a shtar, I owe you 5 shkol sloim. So the Mishnah says he's obligated to give it to him, but his son is not redeemed right now. And Omar Hula says, Dvar Toigo, really his son is redeemed when he gives the money. Because he gives the money is Kiddushi, it's kesef. But why right now? Why is that Podui? Because since when he gives the shtar, he's not giving money, just obligatory. And when he gives the money, people would say that really would redeem them as the shtar and not the money he gave later on. Now we're just paying the debt of the shtar. What really redeems the baby is the money he gave in the document he gave in the beginning. the promissory note that he gave in the beginning. So in order to remove the people who say that shtar is poide, and we know there's no pidyon with shtar as kalpatu klal, the Gemara is memayet, avodim shtoros and kalkoros. Shein gufo momo in the shtar. So that's why Ula says miderabon doesn't work. Again, Ula says, what's the case? Somebody wrote a shtar. Somebody wrote a shtar to a coin. He has a son. He wants to redeem his son by giving the coin chamesh ashloim kesef. He gives the coin a promissory note, so then the son is not redeemed. And Ula says when he gives the money later on, really son is redeemed. People should not say that stories that the document redeemed it. Redeemed the son, that's why it doesn't work.
Even later.
Even later when he gives the money.
Why he shouldn't be redeemed? He gives money.
What?
Why he shouldn't be redeemed? He gets money.
It's exera. It's exera midrabanan. We don't know how it works. Exera midrabanan. Comes the kitzois and he says that midoraisa only when the baby will be redeemed according to Ula, only when he gives the money later on. But when he gives the promissory note, it's not redeemed. Why? Must be. Now, if you want to say that shtar chofudei is kesef, why from the Torah it's not redeemed? In the beginning, when he gives it, he gave him money, shvei kesef. But they didn't say only kesef, but he let me give you shvei kesef too. We learn from Evedivri, Misrog, from Kiddush, whatever we learn to place. So Pidyon Ben can work really shvei kesef kesef. So why shtar chofudei doesn't work? Right when he gave in the beginning must be. Shtar chofudei is not kesef like the Ramban, like the Ramban and Rashi.
But shall I say something?
So he brought a raya to the Ramban and Rashi. Do you understand the raya?
Yeah, I understand the idea, the concept, and I want to say that it's the same that happened with Halipin and Kesef. That Halipin can redeem a soul of a person. As now we are in the same way. Like only Kesef can redeem soul of people, or Ivri, or Pidyon Ben, or Pidyon Ekdesh. As we know that the concept is the same as Halipin in Kesef, and now we have the same problem in Shtar the Kesef. Only with Kesef you can buy a soul of a person.
Yes. So now the Tzois HaChoishem removes this proof.
But what the Rosh says all the time, shtar chov is like a check.
A check is a private promissory note for shtar.
But I think that I do things. There is itchaibus that I'm gonna pay.
Yes.
And there is another thing that is a check like money. For me, two steps. One thing is I'm gonna pay you, but it's not the money. It's just a promise that I'm gonna pay. And the other thing is you get a check. I can in the exchange. It has value. So there's different things. It's not.
Yes. No, you're right. By the way, this is what we're going to learn. What we're going to learn this week is about this thing what you just mentioned now. This is the whole of Shmuel Rozovsky and the Shimon Shkop is about this. There is market value and what I gave. Now we're dealing what I gave. We're dealing what I gave. I gave a promissory note.
The bank pays.
So what?
The bank gives the money, not you.
If it's not
The check is the bank, it's not you.
If there is no balance in the.
Yeah, but he wrote a date 5 days from now.
What? No, you didn't write 5 days from now. You wrote the date. You wrote the 5 days.
So you're right that check is a bit different because checking basically it's not it does two things. A check is a promissory note, number one. Number two is I send you as a messenger, go pick up the money from the one I deposited the money for. It's an order. So that's why a check is different. But I just wanted to make it easy for us now. I went in our days. But really you're right. Check is not only promissory note, but check is an order. It's a promissory note with an order, go pick up the money by this nifka, by this one who's been deposited. Now sometimes you come to the nifka and says, I no money. You never put akam, with akam in Hebrew. And kesef must speak. They're right, the bank has a statement, no money, no sufficient fund. How do you say in English? The Rosh Hashanah, I don't know. In Israel, they say akam. Akam means en kesef maspik.
Yeah. I remember in Argentina,
But it's
one
the
guy,
bank's money, it's not.
I was in a hotel and my.
One second, but even if there's akam, was in order to pick it up, but he still can go and run after the person because you had a promise or he promised.
Yeah.
You signed it again, it was a promissory note. You obligate yourself to give. The fact that the nifka doesn't have is a different child, so he's told oh, so that's two ways. We talk about one pool. We're talking about shtarchov. Shtarchov the day, shtarchov the chayim, and you write the movement. We're only talking about the value that's written in the shtar, the number that's written in the shtar, not market value. Market value is a different subject which you have to deal with right here. What about that? Let's say if it doesn't work, mitzah, like the Toysam, like the Ramban and Rashba. And Rashba say that shtarchov the day doesn't work mitzat kesef, only shtarchov the chayim. So the problem is, let shtarchov the day work mitzad market value. That's shrekesef. Down the hocho that mitzad is giving, he didn't give. Why didn't give? There's receiving no yetzia. There's no yetzia, only aknosa. But if has a market value, so there was also yetzia because the market value went out of me. He can cash it anywhere. So the market value by me giving him the promise. You know what they're saying? The market value went out of my hand. If you receive the market value,
It's not the same amount of what you draw.
exactly, it's less.
So then how,
True.
the basis of the thing is what is.
That's what we're not talking about. When I need chamesh kolim kesef, I need not the market value, which is less. I need the number which is written on it. So we're talking about the numbers written on it. That's what I need to give. I need to give the numbers written on it. So that's why it doesn't work. So let's see inside. Comes the Ketzoysa and inside we're gonna go. The last two lines on the right column. He says there's no raya against the Ramban and Rashba. Again, he brought a raya against the Ramban and Rashba. What was the raya? The Gemara in Ksubas Daf Kuf Beis Amud Aleph. The Gemara says if somebody writes a note, a promissory note to a Kohen, I want to redeem my son, and I promise you to give you 5 shkolim. So that Ula says the son is not podui, even when he gives. Why say that the Rabbanon, that people would say that really the money they redeemed, the shtovas redeemed, the shtovas are memort, are being excluded from redeeming Binyan Aben and Ekdesh. Now, comes the Ketzoyas Medayim. Say that the Rabbanon, it's only when he gives the money that really Midoraisa should work when he gives the money. The Rabbanon not. But nobody says that Midoraisa when he gives the promissory note, not when he gives the money. When he wrote the promise and he gave it to the Kohen, nobody said that there is problem. Must be that shtarchov the day is not kesef. No. Maybe it is kesef for kiddushin and karka. I'm reading the last 2 lines on the right column. Umi efsho the shiny pidyon really reference the karka and kiddushin. Shtarchov the day is kesef midoraisa when he gives it right away. Why by pidyon it doesn't work? Okay, but the imit avodim b'shtorish and pointing mohem. The Torah was memai. Memai means excluded. The Torah excluded slave and shtoros. That you don't redeem with him avodim which is karka and shtorish and guf and moment. In ken hu atim b'shtarchov the day. Same thing is his own document, his own promissory note. Nami and pointing you don't redeem. You should allow a guf and moment. By kiddushin, means. It's not money itself. It's only something that leads you to money. It's just a piece of paper. You're holding the proof of the obligation, my promise. The document is just a proof of my promise, but it's not money itself. It's a piece of paper. That's why, like, for example, Bitcoin. If I have a number of a Bitcoin, there was a story recently, somebody lost numbers of Bitcoin in a garbage area in London or somewhere in England. That had a worth of 700 million pounds. So he requested the city, he came to court to stop the place that he wants to check in a garbage mountain. to look for his computer or something before they destroyed or something.
Wow.
And he lost the case. He
Wow.
lost the idea because just a number. It was money. I have my money there. My money got bought.
But he
Stop the whole thing.
He lost
Just a number.
He lost the money?
Yes. He lost it because it's just a number.
But
It's like a star.
everything.
It's just a raya for the money.
All the
What? I know it's written in the key. The number is written in the key. But the money is not the number is not money. The number can lead you to money. The people who transit the money. It's not It's not money itself. Also here, star. He says you don't really star choy the day it's money. It's kiddushin and kaka. But then tityoin, I need gufa momoy. Comes the government or the court of England and says, sorry, you cannot force the city hall to stop because you have $700 million raya in the garbage mountain to stop the no. What?
Stop cleaning. What he
And
wants?
they destroyed it. Finished.
Yeah, he wants to stop cleaning.
Sure.
Okay.
He wants to stop because when they do the garbage, they grind it.
But the money.
There it's a stop.
But the
No
money
stop
in the
sign.
bank, the money in the bank that you have, also is a number. The money in the bank, they don't have the shtarot in the bank. It's just a number. What's the difference? Once you deposited that money, the real money, what is
Our money, you're right. Maybe our money is just a piece of paper.
But still has value.
It's a government promissory note. There's not money, but it is money from the other side. What you mentioned, which we didn't deal with it yet. What about market value? Our promissory note is because there's a government behind, used to be money, gold, whatever behind it. Mainly there's governments. So therefore, the market value is the same value of the numbers written on it. Although the value of the money fluctuates like against dollars moves up and down against euro, against yen, which means even then there's a fluctuation. Okay, but the Maise we consider this kesef, dollars as kesef, or shekel as kesef, as far as euros and kesef. It's a whole big different sugi. It's not our sugi now. But what we don't get to us is we're not talking about now market value. We talk about the value of the thing itself, the shiabud, the number that I have a shibud on. Did I give that to the coin? I promised him five shekels. I didn't promise him 5 shekels plus 2% of the exchange place. I promised him shekel and I gave him shekel. So he says, although it doesn't wear opinion of Ben because it's en gufa mamoy, but it would work maybe for kiddushin and for karka, and therefore there's no raya against the Ramban and the Rashi.
Why it will work? Because
What?
why will work?
Yes.
It will work. Why? Because he can go to the exchange and he can receive money for the check.
Oh, he says it's enough. I gave him. Yeah, he can collect it from me.
Okay.
I gave him a note that he can collect from me. And therefore, that's considered a value of money. Not because of market value. It's value of money because he can collect it from me.
For kiddushin, you can get a star from the karka.
Yes.
Also the karka.
Again, we have Toises in the Rosh that says I can give Shtachov Gidei. Yeah, the Rai against Toises the Rosh that by Ulo, by Pidyon Ben, until he gives the physical money, he only gave the Shtachov Gidei is not money. So he had a cash against. He says no, that's miyuchad. That's by Pidyon Ben. And you need gufay momoy. But by kiddushin and kaka, I don't need gufay momoy. I need shvei kesef. Even though it's as long as value of money, it's money. And it doesn't have the special din of gufay momoy. And therefore, by kiddushin and by kaka would work. And by Pidyon Ben is no lie against the toises of the Rosh. And then it doesn't work.
But the Torah says Benatam Le'Adam. So can you marry with the promise? He's marrying her with the promise. Okay, you can collect from me. Who knows? You have money, maybe not. You are a poor guy. Like how do we know that he has?
The word Natan Be'edah is it's a word by Girushin. And the word of by Kiddushin is Ki'ikar. He takes it with money. Which money? Shtarchov. Even though it's a group of mom and it's money. Shvei kesef. Comes the Ktsois and he makes a chiluk. Elo, I don't small. Elo da'akati yesh lechalek. I mean in the left column, 3 lines on the top. And here he says, Mamish, a chiluk. A very big chidush. Possibility. Yesh lechalek. Shtarchov da'acherim then poidim ainu mishum de guf hamomen.
There's money. After the hour. Why not?
Wow. You want to say, when Ula says that when I give a shtar chov, it doesn't work, maybe it's only shtar chov de'achem. By Pidin Aben. Why? Because in Guf HaMamon. Shum do the koine shtar chov el de'araya, v'hu shtar chov. Ben Guf HaMamon. Even shtar chov de'achem, although I'm giving over the shiabud, but really, it's really I'm giving over the raya the shiabud. So in the shiabud, it's shuvei kesef, but it's a raya. Just a raya that makes it shuvei kesef. So since it's intrinsic and Guf HaMamon, that's why it doesn't work. But aber as the whole day the mechayev atzmo, which is mamish 260 degrees opposite slope. Aber as the whole day the mechayev atzmo you bazen ishtabed loy efshor dazav and Guf HaMamon, very big hiddush. He says by start of the day the document makes two functions. Number one, makes the key of this chayvus. Number two, this is the raya of this chayvus. Start of that, I'm only giving over a maknim the raya. Somebody else owes me money through this document. I'm giving over the raya, the proof. She said that's it for a moment. But when I give my own document, my own promissory note, I owe you money, and I give it over, what obligates me? When I wrote a piece of paper to myself? No. When I wrote a piece of paper that in Dasa Mischayev and I give it over to Mechayev me, that makes the chiyuv. That's the concept of shtar. That itself makes the chiyuv. And also, he has a proof. And that proof is shvei kesef, that I owe the money. So really two perulas happened. Number one, that was the king of the Mechayev. Number two, it's a raya. So he says maybe there, since it's also made the king of these chayvus, it's Guf HaMamon. It's not considered in Guf. I read it inside again. Aber Starchov the day the Mechayev atzmo u'boseh nishtabet lo. What is u'boseh? Through the shtar I'm nishtabet to him. Efshor pasikle the zeh Guf HaMamon could be considered Guf HaMamon. So yes.
I need the idea. You say that the shtar, the document, is the kingdom of Mechayev.
Again?
You say the shtar is the kingdom of what?
Of his obligation.
Okay, the mechuyev.
Okay, sorry, my language. Sometimes I forget. You guys understand my language?
And what else? A kingdom of obligation. And what else? You say two things about shtar.
When I have my own promissory note,
Yeah.
so I do two things.
Yeah.
When I give over the piece of paper, that itself makes the validation that it makes a kinyan, an acquisition, and that it obligates me whatever I wrote in a piece of paper.
Where's the opinion?
Number two, I gave a piece of paper that he can transfer the money. So from the piece of paper to be transferred the money in Guf HaMamon. But since that itself makes the obligation, that itself makes the chiyuv, the giving of the piece of paper makes the key of this chayvus, the shiabud. So maybe you consider that means I gave him over a debt. I gave him a shiabud. That giving over is considered giving over money in Guf HaMamon.
Where's the opinion?
If I'm not giving you money, I'm giving you a proof for the shiabud. Mimele is considered shiabud I gave you, but it's a mimele. But it starts from a proof to the shiabud. That's really what I gave you in him. So I mean, it starts with nothing, which is the proof. Say Guf HaMamon. But if I'm giving you over, this itself makes the shiabud to be giving over to you. So it's not only just a piece, a proof of that. I gave you shiabud because that makes the key of the shiabud. So the shtar is also making it and giving it to him. So therefore he says maybe that's efshar. That's considered Guf HaMamon.
What's that? I understand it.
I know. That's his answer. But he brings down the notes here. 13. I b'divrei Rabbeinu b'sifra v'miluim. Simen chof chesed koton tesfor. Sheyechiach sham deyesoid ze. Dechoiv ava leguf HaMamon moediso bekmor b'shkolim. Dehegesh mischalel al meloch. Ba'aynu al achoiv. The Gemara says in Shkolim that I can redeem Egdesh at work. Hoya, a work. Let's say I go to the Gizmo, says, you know what, I'm going to start chiseling your stones. You owe me money. Or the workers of Beis Hamikdash think that the Gemara talks about how he pays the workers. It's a whole sugi there. And the Maisa, you can mechalel the hegdesh, means you can redeem and transfer the hegdesh on melacha, on my work. What is my work? On the debt. Now wait a second. But what do we see? But if somebody will give the hegdesh a promissory note, we saw here it doesn't work. So he says maybe a promissory note of others. So to hegdesh doesn't work. Why? Because it's just a proof of the debt. And that's why I'm holding the debt. So it's in gufay mamon. But when I give my own promissory note, I'm also doing a power to create the debt, and I'm giving it over. And giving over a debt, and this could be like we see by Malacha. If the worker says, okay, I'm going to work, and therefore now I accumulate a debt, and when the Yahweh did, I want the English to be chal in the debt. Works because the debt is like money. They don't have a kesef ekamo. It's like kesef.
Can I say the same?
So you see, choy is considered gufo.
Can I say the same to the Kohen, to my video man?
What?
I have a ben. Shall I say to the Kohen, I will work for you for the relation of my son?
Yes.
Can I say that?
Yes. Very
Because I pay
Very
with
good.
that.
I love what you
It's like
said.
I pay with that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love what you said. Beautiful. Let's say a work of a day or a week is 5 shekels. Shkoli said I work for a week, and whatever it is, and hold as an end. And then I accumulate, it's not each second. I accumulate, let's say, 5 shekels. Then I wanted to redeem my son without work. Unbelievable. So therefore, he says, since we buy English words, he told us because they both have the same zerasakosu. If it works by choy, must be works. So the big chiddush of the ksois hachoyshim is not that choy is gufay moment. That's a gemara we see from the what's the mechadish that when I have shtachov the day and I created the shtachov, there's 2 peulos. One peulo is mechay meshabemi, makes the king of the shiabud by giving it over.
How does that look continue?
How does shtar work?
What's a kinyan?
Shtar works. The Rif says in Ksubis how shtar works. That there's das hamischayim. When I write that a shtar, then I'm obligating myself. This represents my opinion, my das, my wish, my what's on my understanding. And now I'm giving it over to you. That represents my das.
Okay, so why is this?
So that itself creates the debt. That's shtar. That's what shtar does. You can buy land with it. Shtar choy, shtar kinyan, karka. That's the concept of shtar.
But a kinyan means you acquire something in your hand.
Right. Here you acquire the shiabud. You acquire shiabud.
Okay, but it's a kinyan of seafood. It's not a
Correct.
It's not a-
Kinyan of shiabud. He wants to say, since the shtar made the kinyan of shiabud, and that means you received it from the kinyan, so therefore I gave him shiabud. I gave him a choy. And we see in Melacha that creates shiabud, that creates a choy, you can redeem Ekdesh. You can redeem Pidyon Abel. So the same way choy of Melacha, choy is considered Gufay Mamon. Here, when the shtar itself creates the choy, that's Gufay Mamon. So I gave him Mamon. Choy is not a lack of Mamon. Gufay Mamon. Just Tachov Da'achreim is just a piece of paper which it's a proof. It's a raya on the choy. So when I give you Tachov Da'achreim, what I'm really giving you? I'm giving you a raya. I'm not giving you a choy. Through me giving you the raya, Mimele, you can collect the choy. So therefore, you gave me shvekesef, but you didn't give me gufa mama. But by creating the choy, the chokni day, I created the choy by you, is so therefore I gave you a choy. I didn't give you a raya to the choy, Mimele the choy was by you. I gave you directly choy, like by melacha. So therefore, like working, Like work. If that's choy, and choy is considered gufo.
The stars was.
Shmuel Zichron Shmuel Gorozovsky brings here. שכוס הדשא זה גם שתחוב דאחרים, שאומו שמורו מפני שרק שיעבוד הנכוסים נמכר, ולא שיעבוד הגוף. אבל שתחוב נידנו לקבל גם שיעבוד הגוף, בעצם אחוי אליו בגוף. He wants to say maybe, אולי זה כוונוס רבינו כאן. He wants to say שתחוב דאחרים, I just gave you שיעבוד הנכוסים. It's a raya on שיעבוד הנכוסים. But שתחוב נידנו, it's not like I told you I created. He says something more. It's not only because I created you. This obligates my body. And mainly my assets I guarantor for my choiv. So he wants to say Shtachov Nidei has two milas against Shtachov Da'achei. Shtachov Da'achei, number one, is just a raya to the shiabud. We may have the shiabud. Number two, it's a right of Shibud, I only have the Shibud of the guarantor, of Shibud of the Chosim. But Shtachov Nidei, I'm creating the Shiabuds, I'm giving you Choy, and number two, I'm giving you a Choy of a goof, Choy of a goof, and then the Chosim a guarantor for my Choy of a goof, obligation of my body. So therefore, when I give you Choy of a goof, definitely goof.
Definitely what?
It's considered goof for Imam.
So why you can't?
Like Melacha.
Why you can't? Rabbi Shmuel asked why you can't.
Who is Rabbi Shmuel?
Lift those.
Kozovsky?
Yeah.
Yes.
Rabbi Shmuel. Why can't you lift those? Shmuel. כן? אם החוי מומוי, why you can't lift those? הרי הפידיון הוא...
He wants to say yes. He wants to say.
בגוף המומוי.
The Ktsoris HaChoishim right now says an Ev Shel Pasible. That Shtachov Nidei, you could read it. Shtachov Da'achei, you cannot read it. Shtachov Nidei, you works. It's not like Rashi is going to be.
On the Ksois. Rabbi Shmuel על הקסויס. If that's the kind of the Ksois, why you can't within video?
He's asking if the Ktsoris is right, how he's going to explain the way Rashi explains. Because Rashi learns that Shtachov Nidei is the Shtach that we're talking about is not Toidei, my session. Shtachov Nidei doesn't work. Why not? It's Kufay Mom. That's the problem he has. That's what he says, Omnom, and he brings Rashi. He brings Rashi, but he has a kasha on Rashi.
מה אכפת לנו שלא נבנה, מה אכפת לנו שנבנה על ידי שטר שאין גוף המון? זה לא צריך לעיכוב.
מה, בהקדש?
בווידאו.
Video not bad, there's also psukim.
It should work.
No. If it's choy, it should work.
It should work.
Because it's Kufay Mom.
According to Exodus, it should work.
Right?
So, but it doesn't.
No. He learns the Gemara there. It's only Shtachov Da'achei. The Shtachov Nidei would work. That's why you have to learn the Gemara in the Dog. That's why I spoke in the Shirkor. I brought the Gemara in the Rashi in Mechoyos. If they see it, the way Rashi learns all Sugya there, the Shtachov Da'achei, not Shtachov Nidei. We have to see. It's other shit. But what really bothers the Ktsois is not that. It says Rashi is against it. I said it's Shtachov Nidei, it's Momoin, Shtachov Da'achei, it's Gufay Momoin. Rashi learns by our Sugya that Shtar doesn't redeem it. It's Shtachov Nidei. It's against me. He says, but he has kashas against Rashi. He says Rashi wanted to gain Ma'aser Shempi. He has a kash against it. He found that Rashi would argue. He says the Rashi was like me. So basically, he says my svara that Shtachov Nidei is Momoin follows the Rashba. But really, what's his name? Rashi is against him. But he has a problem with Rashi.
But the Ktsois means Rashi.
Yeah, I know that.
I have a question.
Okay, we have to see that tomorrow.
Can we say that the machlokes between the Ramban and the Ksois is one is more chashuk or one is better? Like according to the Ramban, we need Yetziat Achnasa.
Correct.
That is more chashuk. And according to the Ksois, no. Etzem gufo Nidei started.
No. What to say? It's not saying that. He's saying that there's a machlokes with the Ramban. Is Shtachov Nidei or it's money or not? What's it saying? No. That Shtachov Nidei is Gufay Mama. So Stachov they not only Toises in the Rosh are right. That Stachov day works for Kiddushin and Karka. Stachov day should work even for people that have been in Hades. Because there's Gufay Mama. Because you have Shimud Aguf, the way Shmosovsky is. Stop, I'm creating the Choiv right now. It's also my skin with the Choiv, not just the Rayat. It's my skin on the Choiv. So I'm giving over your Choiv. Choiv, it is Gufay Mama. It's not a Rayat, it's Gufay Mama, it's Choiv. That's what it says Esha. And therefore he wants to say that now, so not only the Toises and the Rosh are right, that it's good for Kiddushin and Kaka, it's also good for Pnei Rabbein. The Gemara says that only when he gives the money will it says it works, but when he didn't give the money, it doesn't work. So it's not Chov Dachem. It's not Chov Dachem, it would work. That's what he has to learn. But you see that more and Bechoiros and also in Ksubas out of the way. Rashi they learn to be sure.
As obligation is a Ruvamon.
Yes. Rabbi Hanania ben Akash, I'm not talking about the Zayis for the Thika.